Hello everyone, I am Anmol Thakur and I welcome you all to Link Idea. Broad on India, that is the word of President Putin from Russia, and he said that the economic sound is such of India that it can be heard in all over the world, and that is the thing we want to follow in our country. And it is just not the followership. He praised India for the economic growth and what India has achieved. So here we will understand how India can be able to be so prosperous that the country like Russia is coming in front and explaining the reason why he want to follow India here. So with that, when you will read this news that Putin huge prize for Prime Minister Modi, says you want to emulate make in India concept in Russia, and that concept goes so viral that in social media everybody is asking about how Russia is going to follow that make in India initiative in Russia, and that he explains very well in the press conference. And he said that the Prime Minister Modi has revealed the idea of make in India that is so prosperous that we can be able to see that 3.7 trillion economy right now in India, and that is going to be ever beyond in 2025. And that is the thing which made us to follow that India role model. In the news, if you'll see, Vladimir Putin has called the Prime Minister Modi a big friend of Russia and Make in India campaign. That is the word. First of all, make big friend of Russia, Prime Minister Modi, and that shows how Russian president want to have a good relationship with India in near future, and how he is especially seeing India as an economic growth model for his country. And that is truly impressive impact that has given India on Russia and all over the world. As I told you that 3.7 trillion Indian economy right now, and we are the fifth largest economy in the world. Even Russia is down to us, and they are looking forward so that they can be able to compete us in the near future. So massive consumer market which we have right now, and the foreign investors which increased in India. So in the world map, when you can be able to see the largest landmass country that belongs to Russia, and they have the largest mineral resources. And one more thing, if you don't know, the largest water reservoir in the world is available in Russia only. So that is the reason Russia can be a good partner for India in future, and even the gateway to the Central Asia where minerals can be explored for the India growth. And here you see that India growth is vibrant is all over the world in the number of words also, because India has improved according to the official estimate data USD 468 billion, and 2014 estimated USD 77 770 billion in 2022 to 2023 fiscal year. That is huge, right, from previous to till now what we have achieved. And India has also seen that significant increase in the foreign direct investment inflows USD 36 billion in 2014 and 81 billion in 2020 to 2021. So you all know that foreign direct investments that India is getting from the other countries, and apart from that remittances what we are achieving from the other countries, that is also huge compared to the previous one if you see the data. So here, before the news, something happened very enormously. One day ahead, that Jaishankar says the depth of India Russia relationship goes beyond the defense dependencies. So he talked about that it is not only the defense, and his words are getting correct right now, because what he explained that Russian President Vladimir Putin, after the Wagner meeting, he came to the media, and that is very big conference because they are asking for the what happened in the Wagner forces and what they have done in the Moscow. So all this question, he explained that he want to have the good relationship with India. That shows the ability of India in the near future for Russia, because here China is somewhere boycotted in the economic thought in the mind of Vladimir Putin, because China is one of the imperialist power. They want to just rise themselves, not to the others. And when you see Prime Minister Modi and Putin configuration of the true friendship relationship, you will get to know that why they are working together very well, because Prime Minister Modi knows very well how to manage Russia with that United States of America, and that is the real ability for the foreign policy of Jaishankar. Jaishankar, what he explained, we'll listen right now. Please listen it.
It is actually for us a very unique relationship. I think in some ways for the Russians also. And in this period, for all the pressures on us, I think we have made our own evaluation of the importance of this relationship. And I do want to say that sometimes this relationship is dumbed down to things like, oh, we are dependent on them for arms. I think it's far more complex than that. There is a
So you understand how he said that we are not dependent only for the arms. It is not for the geopolitics only. It is more and beyond that. That the true friendship and the old friendship, which from from them we have the glorious achievements of time in the past. So you see the tightly the solely India defense dependencies are not there. So the positive trajectory of economic growth, and that is what here but Putin has talked about. And if you see the Ukraine war, what is happening over there between Russia and Ukraine, that has given a world opportunity to understand Russia more better way. Because right now the 27 countries from European Union and the United States, they both collaborated and attacked on Russia from Ukraine through their equipments. But what happened over there? Russia has won that war. Even the spy work over there, that created a mutiny in Russia from the Wagner group, that has been also stopped very successfully by Vladimir Putin. So here shows the ability of the leader, and whatever he speaks, he will do it in the near future on, and he has done it also. So that is the reason when Vladimir Putin came in front of media and says something that is going to be happen, that is born to be happen. And India Russia relation, if you see, because this is important for our examination, so you must watch this carefully, because 75th anniversary diplomatic relation we have celebrated previous year for the Amrit Kal Mahotsav, and now we are going to celebrate the 76th anniversary of relationship and shared national interest at multilateral organization which we have at UN, United Nations, BRICS, G20, and SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. By the way, if you know the BRICS full form, then write in the comment box, because I want to see how many persons did really know about BRICS. So communist revolution in India has inspired many leaders like Lenin, and he came in the support for the Indian freedom struggle in the past, and that shows in the present also. The every Russian leader want to be a good friend of India, because he knows that in whatever happen in the world, India will not leave them in the vacuum. And we already know that Russia has a biggest territory right now in war with Ukraine, and at that time also in India neither condemned them, neither had any vote in UN for against Russia especially. So this shows how pro we are for the Russia. And from this map you can be able to understand why Moscow is in vulnerable position when the Wagner mutiny happened over there. Because when they started advancing their troops to the Moscow, here is Rostov, where they stopped, and they think for having the Moscow in the near future of some hours, but they have been stopped successfully by the Russia. And from here also the Europe has so clear possibility of achieving the Moscow in just some hours if Russia is not so strong. So that is the reason Russia wanted to be very strong here, and that is the reason they stopped the NATO alliance to become Ukraine as a NATO alliance here. So here trade between the both countries, if you see the US $50 billion right now, and it could be reachable to $30 billion by 2025, and it is already increased more than this, because as we all know that the largest crude oil exporter to India is Russia right now, and they are leading this source. And financial year 2020, if you see, there is USD 8.1 billion bilateral trade between these two countries. So that shows in the near future what we can be able to achieve. So joint military exercise, if you see, between India and Russia, so both countries include the tri services exercise, which we know that already, Indra and BrahMos cruise missile, this is very popular, you must have known to this. And the next fifth generation fighter jet program, that is very important for any country to achieve. So that has to be done in the very significant manner, and Prime Minister Modi is achieving for that. And the Sukhoi we already bought, and the tactical transport aircraft we are already manufacturing in Hull, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and the twin engine utility helicopters. So you see the number of things what we already have from Russia. So that shows the difference and the ties relationship between the India. And in the near future, as Vladimir Putin talked about, that we are going to have a massive impact by together all over the world. So what is happening over here, what we talked, that India and the economic growth from the Russia, we can be able to achieve much more from Russia, and same way Russia is trying to achieve as a good friend, not as a competitor. That is the words of Prime President Putin. So what is your thought about this video? Please write in the comment box, and how we should proceed with Russian relationship. If you want to write about that, you can write. So for then, now enjoy your day however you want. Thank you for watching.